Welcome to Digital Electronics Class 2 Tri-State Logic Gates. As the name implies, it has three distinct output: Logic 0, Logic 1 and high impedance state. Consider a tri-state inverter gate with a control. Here the control is active high control. That means the control is effective when the signal applied to the control terminal is high. So what is mean by that? When the signal applied to the control terminal is high, the inverter operates as normal inverter. That is, the output Y equal to a complement only if the signal applied to the control terminal is high. Now let us see what happens when the control signal is low. What happens when the control signal is low? When the signal applied to the control terminal is low, then the output of the gate enters a third state, that is the high impedance state, which indicates that the output impedance of the inverter gate is high, which means the inverter gate circuit is disconnected from the external circuit. When the control signal is low, the output of the gate enters a high impedance state. That indicates that the inverter circuit, the inverter gate is effectively disconnected from the external circuit. What are the uses of these tri-state logic gates? When a number of logic circuits are connected to a common line, such as bus, there are loading problems. That normally happens in microprocessor. So using a tri-state logic gate, we know that the output of the gate can enter a high impedance state. When the output of the gate enters a high impedance state, then the inverter gate circuit is effectively disconnected from the external circuit. So using a tri-state logic gates, the inverter gate circuit can be effectively disconnected from the external circuit irrespective of the value of the input signal. In the previous case, we have seen the control signal is high. The control signal can be either high or low depending upon the design of a particular tri-state gate. Let us consider an example of a tri-state inverter gate with active low control signal. That is, the output Y equal to a complement happens only if the control signal is low. Here the small circle means that the gate has an active low control. This is an example of a tri-state logic gate with active low control. A tri-state inverter with active low control means for normal operation of the gate, the control signal is kept at 0. That is, the control signal is kept at low. Let us see some important three-state ICs. IC number 74125, it is a quad bus buffer with an active low control input. Then 74126, It is a quad bus buffer with active high input. Buffer which is used to temporarily store data. 74134, which is a 12 input positive NAND gate with active low control. Then 74425, with active low control input. Another example is 74426 with active high control. In the next section, we will see the realization of other logic operations using NAND gate and NOR gate. The first one, the realization of other logic operation using NAND gate. A NAND operation is functionally complete as every possible switching operation can be performed only using NAND gates. Before going to that, let us consider the De Morgan's theorem. It says that if we have two input A and B, then A plus B complement, this is equal to A complement dot B complement. Then A dot B complement, this is equal to A complement plus B complement. Also consider A dot A equal to A dot A complement equal to 0, A plus A equal to A plus A complement equal to 1, and also A dot B plus C equal to A dot B plus A dot C. The first one is the realization of a NOT gate using NAND gate. Let the input be A. The input of the NAND gate is A and A. So the output Y, we know that it is A dot A complement. So what is A dot A? A dot A is A. A dot A is A. So Y equal to A dot A complement becomes Y equal to A complement. And it is a NOT gate. Next is the realization of AND gate using NAND gate. Let the inputs are A and B. The output of the first NAND gate is A dot B complement. The input of the second NAND gate is A dot B complement and A dot B complement. The inputs are A dot B complement and A dot B complement. So from the knowledge of the NAND gate, the output will be A dot B complement dot A dot B complement whole complement. We have already seen that A dot A equal to A. In the similar way, A dot B complement dot A dot B complement is nothing but A dot B complement. So the output becomes Y equal to A dot B complement complement, which is equal to A dot B, and which is an AND operation. Next is OR gate. The realization of OR gate using NAND gate. We have three NAND gate. The output of the first NAND gate is A complement. Second NAND gate is B complement. It is given as the input to the third NAND gate. So the output of the final NAND gate is Y equal to A complement dot B complement whole complement. Now we can solve this using De Morgan's theorem. We know that A complement dot B complement is nothing but A plus B whole complement. So the output becomes Y equal to A plus B whole complement. So that output Y equal to A plus B. In this way, OR gate can be realized using NAND gate. Finally, exclusive OR gate, the realization of exclusive OR gate using NAND gate. We have two inputs, A and B. The output of the first NAND gate is A dot B complement. The output of the second NAND gate is A dot B complement. Similarly, the output of the third NAND gate is B dot A dot B complement whole complement. Now we have to simplify these expressions using De Morgan's theorem. We need to evaluate A dot B complement whole complement. And using De Morgan's theorem, we have A dot B whole complement. This is equal to A complement plus B complement. So A dot B complement equal to A complement plus A dot B complement, which is equal to A complement plus A dot B. So the output of the second NAND gate is A complement plus A dot B. Similarly, the output of the third NAND gate would be B complement plus A dot B. A complement plus A dot B and the B complement plus A dot B are applied to the input of the fourth NAND gate. So the output Y equal to A complement plus A dot B dot B complement plus A dot B the whole complement. Now we need to evaluate this quantity, that is A complement plus A dot B dot B complement plus A dot B the whole complement, using De Morgan's theorem. We can simplify that expression using De Morgan's theorem. Now consider A complement plus A dot B dot B complement plus A dot B the whole complement. From De Morgan's theorem, we can see that A dot B whole complement this is equal to A complement plus B complement. So A complement plus A dot B dot B complement plus A dot B, the whole complement becomes A complement plus A dot B, the whole complement, plus B complement plus A dot B, the whole complement. Now again we need to simplify that. From De Morgan's theorem we have A plus B whole complement. This is equal to A complement dot B complement. So we need to simplify the right hand side. The first term will be A complement plus A dot B whole complement, that will be A complement complement dot AB complement. The second term becomes B complement complement dot AB complement. This is a simplification from De Morgan's theorem. Now again A complement complement is A. Then again use De Morgan's theorem. A dot B whole complement, it is A complement plus B complement. So the term become A dot A complement plus B complement plus B dot A complement plus B complement. Now simplify it. We know that A dot B plus C equal to A dot B plus A dot C. So that the expression become A dot A complement plus A dot B complement plus B dot A complement plus B dot B complement. We know that A dot A complement equal to 0. Similarly, B dot B complement is also 0. So the equation reduces to 0 plus A B complement plus B A complement. This is nothing but A B complement plus B A complement. This is A XOR B. This is how the exclusive OR is realized using NAND gates. So the output, we can write the output as Y equal to A B complement plus A B complement plus A complement B, or A B complement plus B A complement. This is equal to A XOR B. Next is the realization of other logic operations using NOR gate. NOR gate is also functionally complete. We can realize NOT gate, OR gate, AND gate, and exclusive OR gate using NOR gates. The first one is the realization of a NOT gate using NOR gate. Let A be the input. A and A are the input that is given to a NOR gate. Then the output Y equal to A plus A complement, and that is equal to A complement. So NOT gate can be realized using NOR gate. Next is OR gate. Let the inputs are A and B. The output of the first OR gate is A plus B complement, and A plus B complement and A plus B complement are given as the input to the second NOR gate. so that the output become y equal to a plus b complement plus a plus b complement whole complement. Since a plus a equal to a, we can say that a plus b complement plus a plus b complement is nothing but a plus b complement. So the output y becomes a plus b complement complement, that is a plus b. So that the OR gate can be realized using NOR gate. Next is AND gate. Let A and B are the input. The output of the first NAND gate is, the output of the first NOR gate is A complement. The second NOR gate is B complement. A complement and B complement are given as the input to the third NOR gate, so that the output become y equal to A complement plus B complement the whole complement. From De Morgan's theorem, A complement plus B complement equal to A dot B whole complement. So y equal to A dot B complement complement, that is equal to A dot B. In this way, AND gate can be realized using NOR gate. Finally, exclusive OR gate, the realization of exclusive OR gate using NOR gate. Let the inputs are A and B. The output of the first NOR gate is A plus B complement. Let the inputs are A and D. The output of the first NOR gate is A plus B the whole complement. The input of the second NOR gate is A and A plus B whole complement. So the output of the second NOR gate is A plus B complement complement. Whole complement. The input of the third NOR gate is A plus B complement and B. So the output of the third NOR gate is B plus A plus B complement whole complement. Now let us evaluate what is A plus B complement, the whole complement. Which is the output of the second NOR gate. We can simplify the expression A plus B complement using De Morgan's theorem. De Morgan's theorem states that A plus B complement, this is equal to A complement dot B complement. So the expression A plus B complement can be simplified to A plus B complement equal to A complement dot B complement. So the whole expression become A plus A complement dot B complement the whole complement. This is equal to a complement dot a complement dot b complement the whole complement. This is because a plus b whole complement equal to a complement dot b complement according to De Morgan's theorem. So that a plus a complement dot b complement whole complement become equal to a complement dot b complement the whole complement. Again we can simplify this as a complement dot a plus b complement complement, which is nothing but a complement dot a plus b, and it simplifies to a complement dot a plus a complement dot b, which is nothing but a complement b, since a complement dot a equal to 0. So using De Morgan's theorem we can say that the output of the second NOR gate is a complement b. Similarly, the output of the third NOR gate can be determined. The value would be b complement a. So the input of the fourth NOR gate is a complement b and b complement a, so that the output become a complement b plus a b complement the whole complement. When it is given as the input to the fourth NOR gate, the output will be the complement of the input signal. So the final output will be y equal to a complement b plus ab complement the whole complement. So y equal to a complement b plus ab complement the whole complement, which is equal to a complement b plus ab complement, which is nothing but a x or b. This is how exclusive OR gate is realized using NOR gate.